the land, and the land we belong to is grand. Yippee, 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 we say yo!
Okay, so what does Hugh Jackman and the Broadway musical Oklahoma have anything to do with search engine optimization and pay-per-click? Well, you'll have to go to the blog to find out the real answer, but suffice it to say that you can combine SEO along with pay-per-click to get optimal results. A lot of business owners have this misconceived notion that if you're ranking, that you don't want to run ads because some consumers are turned off by ads, and as a result, if they see that you're advertising, they may not want to click on your organic listing. And that's just not true. In fact, what you'll find is that whenever you're running your ads alongside your organic rankings, that you're going to get more business, you're going to get more traffic that way. You're also going to have better performing ads running that way. So if you're running an AdWords campaign and you're interested in doing SEO, that's something to keep in mind too, that your AdWords often you're going to have a better response rate, a better click-through rate whenever you have organic listings ranking as well. And part of the reason behind that, and this goes back to our publisher's mentality, the publisher's approach, where you have more than one piece of content on the front page whenever somebody's doing a search for your product or service. What happens, if you followed us at all, you've already heard this before, but what ends up happening whenever you have more than one listing on the front page is, to the consumer's eye, because keep in mind the consumer doesn't understand SEO, they don't understand that you can manipulate the search engines. They might have the idea behind it, but they don't really know how all that works. So whenever they see a business showing up more than one time on the front page, well, to them, you are the expert. You must be the expert because they're doing a search for your service and they're finding you everywhere. Well, what's great about AdWords is that if you have an organic listing already, well, you can immediately, depending on how much you're willing to pay, you can immediately today have an ad showing up on page one as well, so that you can have more than one listing on page one of Google. Because let's face it, while it's great to have your additional pages of your website ranking and videos, press releases, articles all ranking on page one, it takes time to get to that point. I mean, it takes time to get your website ranking on page one, let alone having those other properties that have to go through the same process. So AdWords is a great way to position yourself as an expert and to take up more real estate on page one. So don't be afraid to combine those two together, because really they actually complement each other very well. So if you're doing SEO right now and you're ranking really well and you've considered pay-per-click, I encourage you to go ahead and go with it. And the same the other way. If right now you're doing pay-per-click and you're not doing SEO, read the blog. There's a little bit about it in our blog post. But studies have actually shown that you can increase your click-through rate by ranking on the front page as well, which, as you know, as a result of that, it's going to lower your cost per click. So it's going to improve your ads. So if you've been in debate on combining the two strategies together, I hope this video will encourage you to go ahead and take the next step and take your online marketing to the next level, and go ahead and call your web guy or your web gal and tell them that you're ready to go ahead and go to the next level. And of course, this is something that we would love to help you with as well if you're looking for somebody to consult you along the way.